Nathan.
Yes,
I'm st- am I still in the lobby?
you are still in the lobby, and the
Okay, okay,
and the
okay. Give
stream
me a
is
second. Give me a
live
second.
right now.
Okay, okay, okay. I'll be with you in like 5 seconds. Oh my goodness.
Okay, looks like we are getting straight into the game now. The lobby bans were a Nathan, a Grok, a Joy, and I can't quite remember the last person. But yeah, we're getting straight into the draft here, and we are seeing a YSS ban. And joined with me today isn't gonna be our usual co-host. It's gonna be Tata Absolution, the leader of Xenagon. So yeah, if you can hear me, yeah, please do say hi to the audience.
Hello, hello, people. So I'm just here to witness the downfall of either of my haters. So yeah.
Well, our jobs as streamers are to be unbiased, even though personal agenda would call for a lot of bias, we try our best to stay um, neutral and just present the entertainment as it is. But yeah, thank you for joining us today. Right now, we are actually seeing an Alice ban, and we'll be seeing the last band in a second. That would be the Hayabusa. So far, what are you thinking about these bands? We do have that Grok band out. I noticed that you had placed that hero on the pick or ban category under your drafts
Mhm.
recently. But yeah, but what are your thoughts about this draft so far, Absolution?
Yeah, I mean, Jero plays. Wait, Jero is not here. I don't think Alice is a wise band because she's good, but a priority band. No, I mean you could have banned Sicilian or Lancelot, dude, or CC. Oh my days, what are these guys doing?
Yeah,
Well, yeah, yeah. It's well, I would love to see what's in their brains, but yeah, let's see how it goes.
right now we are actually seeing that Sicilian being picked up, a CC and a Lancelot pick, which I would say are excellent picks. But there is also that Dragon that is left open, and yeah, just as I said it, the Dragon will be secured, and so the Nigerian meta is fully on the side of Shinigami right now, with that Sicilian as well as that Yuzhong pick. Well, it's kind of interesting seeing that retribution button over at the over Boye's hero now. I know he's not gonna go in the jungle, but it just makes you realize that he has played out Yuzhong in the jungle, in probably in a ranked match, and these are your allies by 3 a.m. But right now we're seeing that followed by a Minotaur, which is a very good pick into the Gatokacha. Can just use that Minoan Fury every time that AOG is used in the team fight. So yeah, I kind of say I'm gonna have to lean in the side of Fluffy. For this draft, simply because they have that Lancelot and CC pick, which are picks that are close to my heart. But what do you think we're going to be seeing now? We have seen a Suyo ban. So it kind of takes out the potential junglers that Levi can use here, especially since that Joy has been banned out prior to this. So only assassins that come to mind right now are Link. Um, honestly, it's only Link.
I mean, bro, I wish I could just look at all the available picks here because I also don't see an assassin that's not Ling. I mean, he could go Nolan. Nolan is available too, and Levi knows
Yeah.
how to play
Okay. Yeah.
Nolan well.
Nolan. Well, maybe he will go for a Guinevere.
And
We have seen him play that before.
mhm. I mean, Nolan recently got buffed, so I think yeah, he'll lean towards Nolan than any other pick.
Yeah. Now the Nolan is a fine pick. Um, yeah, he's okay. I don't know. I don't have much to say for him, other than he's okay.
Will he? Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he locked down Nolan, and Apex will be on that Clint. We have seen Apex on this Clint
Hmm.
multiple times, and he has performed fairly decently with that hero. Oh, but it's gonna be Holy Crystal locking in that Harriet. And yeah, like I said, all of these picks on the side of Fluffy are picks that are very close to my heart, so I'm gonna be very biased and give them the win for the draft. But yeah, the side of Shinigami has the Nigerian meta in the picks of that Sicilian as well as the Yuzhong. So these are very it's a very heavy team fight comp, and it does get into the late game with
Hmm.
that Clint as well as the Sicilian. So yeah, both drafts are well rounded. A lot of physical and magic damage from both teams, and decent amount of CC coming in here from Fluffy with that Vexana together with that Minotaur. But yeah, but what are your thoughts on the draft in general?
Honestly, I only favor Fluffy's drafts because they have Minotaur and that's it. Nothing more to it. But Minotaur is so cracked now, it's insane.
Yeah, he's cracked until you are behind in gold, and then you're the one being cracked.
Yeah, you should know. You should know a lot about that. You should know a lot about that.
Nope, nope. Streamers stream, and they don't they're no longer playing as well. They stream. Okay, so yeah, we forget about all the previous games that I was involved in this
Yeah,
tournament.
all the Kalia incidents and all.
Okay, but yeah, right off the bat, we can see Cassie actually putting pressure on Nero to use that retribution, and Big Face
Mhm.
actually camping that gold lane bush. That's actually gonna be Pula engaging onto blue, but that damage from Big Face in the early game, yeah, it's gonna chip away his HP, and he's gonna have to actually play this quite safe now. Um, yeah. So okay, so yeah, we're seeing that
Mhm.
the
Mhm.
fights. I feel that that's gonna revolve. Oof, Holy Crystal actually freezing the lane on Apex here, forcing his regen to reset. And yeah, he's probably gonna have to recall because that Nero is coming in with that Lancelot. I don't think that he would be using that Phantom Magician. Nope, he wouldn't.
Oh. I mean, Levi almost caught Pula here, but he doesn't have that damage to one shot a tank yet.
Yeah, right now we do know
And
how.
interestingly,
Go ahead.
it's it's flying clouds, so this kind of favors the
Ooh,
Sicilian. Oh,
or over in the bot lane, that taunt from
okay.
Cassie into the damage of Levi secures that kill. And it will be 2 to 4, as well as the thought to go in the hands of Shinigami.
My
I
goat
don't
is
think they
not
want
watched
to
after all.
invade. Your goats what? Yeah, right now the two XP laners are just gonna play it kind of even. Even though Boye has that boost from the XP crabs as well as the jungle, the turtle. But looks like there wouldn't be any ganks over the top lane. Holy Crystal spotted that out and is just gonna hide in his tower. While Cassie, yeah, will be spotted out by Big Face.
Mm.
Um, so this is kind of a slow. Ooh, Big Face having to pop that flick
Um,
around the Eternal Guard to escape, and he
oh,
does survive with a sliver of HP.
just two more. Honestly, I'm looking at this Yuzhong CC matchup, and it looks like CC is severely getting bullied here. Like, he can't even do anything.
Yeah, Super Saiyan actually
It's
playing it
nice to know. It's nice
very
to know, really.
like just in that tower waiting for the waves to come in and nothing else being attempted. Do you, th- do you think that this might have to do with the emblem setup? But oh, over in the bot lane, Boya using that furious dive to escape, and the
I think it
turtle.
just has to do with the early game, the kills they got early. I think Boye got 2 assists from that, and he just snowballed and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it would seem so because he's almost at level 8, and while Saiyan is trying to get to his level 7 here. And yeah, on a 0-0-0, yeah, you can tell that the boost that he got from the early game just has given him the advantage here. But oh, that Sanguine Claws almost landing onto Big Face, but it's Cassie that will be trying to pull this turtle towards his side of the map, and you can see that Nerf Levi hasn't gotten that purple buff, which is going to be a bit of a problem. But they will not start this turtle just yet, and Levi will be able to rotate to the other side of the map. Pula getting caught by that taunt.
Oh.
He tries to use the AOG to escape, but that minimum fury will grant him the CC immunity he needs to survive this. So right now, a lot of skills were used, but no bodies are dropping, and Shinigami will secure this other well. But that furious dive followed by the petrify onto Super Saiyan, it will not deal enough damage because of the vengeance is popped. But yeah, right now this is more or less kind of a stalemate. Although Shinigami does have the advantage, Kessie in this bush trying to catch Holy Crystal, but no, he would not fall for that bait. Oof, Pula getting caught by that
Oh.
taunt. The double barrel plus the Sanguine Claws and Bass Fest to secure the kill. Nero will try and back them up, but to no avail.
At this point, Shinigami, they do not care if you're a roam. They are literally just going on anyone they see.
Right now they're actually on a 0-0 KDA on Pula, so it might be one of those
Mhm.
games where Minotaur gets cracked instead of being cracked.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well,
Um,
Minotaur just got the Oasis, so maybe we'll see a difference
Ooh,
here.
the Sanguine Claws plus the Steel Bones, the Taunt Rose 2
Oh.
immune, that's AOG. Well played by Nero, and nobody's will drop because they will escape from this. But yeah, what were you saying about? Oof, looks like that will be a gank onto the mid lane. The Sanguine Claws does land onto Super Saiyan, but they will be able to clear this wave, no biggie, with the skills from
Yeah,
Vexana.
yeah, I said the Minotaur just got his flask of Oasis, so things might be different now. Things might be different, yeah.
Yeah. I would like to say that I am not a fan of Minotaur with that Flask of Oasis as a first item, but over there in the mid lane, that would be a Petrify onto Nero, but he does escape with the puncture. The Zaman Force pops by Holy Crystal, but he would not be able to dish out enough damage. I don't know, Boye using his Black Dragon form on the torso for some reason. But yeah, this would be the total that will be going to the side of Shinigami. So they have absolutely done. Fluffy have managed to hold on without taking a lot of losses. They have lost 2 towers. Their mid lane tower is still standing. They are 4k gold behind, but it's a 3 to 0 death count. So they are very much still in this game, and they would be waiting for the late game.
Yeah, they will be waiting for that Sicilian to scale up.
Yeah, Pula being the one that dies isn't
But yeah, Fluffy really needs to make something happen.
yeah. They're gonna need they're gonna need an engage, maybe a cutting call, followed by the minion rage. Oof! But look at that damage onto Big Face. He has to pop the Eternal Guard to escape that. But yeah, I guess maybe a cutting call and Minion's Fury, to catch on to as many people as possible as they can't escape with a dash skill. But yeah, it's kind of, they have more of a counter engage comp here. I'm not sure if that's a pause request from Big Face or if it's because that's not the right emote. Okay, I'm guessing that is not a pause request. And right now, Nero just using those toned roses, not for damage, but for escapes. He's just been escaping the fights, and oof. And that
Is
would
bad,
be
yeah.
the passive of the
And
emblem to secure that kill. The Sanguine Claws will catch onto two, but it would be Kessie as well as Levi to fall here. The Black Dragon form is popped. His target is Nero. He uses the Tundros
oh,
to immune that Petrify. But over up in the mid
yeah.
lane, that would be Holy Crystal falling, and
And
it's a
this
double
might be
kill
a
for Apex.
wipe. And it was looking so good for Fluffy. It just went sideways in 2 seconds.
Right there, the Sanguine Claws connecting, but bringing the heroes on the side of Fluffy to kill Levi there. But right now, Nero is trying to steal that Lord, but he would not be able to take that damage. He does retreat with the Phantom Execution, and yeah, it is going to be an easy Lord for Shinigami. They still have that mid lane tower up. It actually didn't take any damage, despite that scuffle that we just had here. But Kessie really making the most of those taunts from on Gato catch up. Oof, but that is the Furious Dive plus the skill one from Boye to just chip away that HP on Pula. Okay, that would be the minion rage committed. The Furious Dive plus the Petrify onto Big Face, and that is a double kill from Apex. A triple kill onto Nero. He's not able to immune this one. And that Lord will march on to pop the Holy Shield. Yeah, but what are you thinking about this? Ooh, he has to flicker out of there. I think that a comeback is possible at this point in the game. I know we are
It's
12
looking
minutes
like
in.
I don't think a comeback is. I don't think a comeback is possible because Sicilian and Clint, they are so hard to win, and their range, everything, it's so hard to catch them.
Oh, but
Like,
that would
even
be
in all of this, you don't see the Sicilian getting hit by anyone.
that is
So,
true. But
I
who
don't
is
think a
getting
comeback
it
is
is
possible,
Kessie.
unfortunately.
But
And the
that
man seems to only be
damage.
able to use his turn rows on Gato.
that damage from the Clint. That was like
Nah,
quarter HP in one
there is no
shot.
comeback happening here.
The Zaman Force is popped, but he is instantly bursted down. That Clint is hitting heavy.
Yeah,
Right now, he's only.
safe to say.
Oh,
Oh,
Super Saiyan.
oh,
Yeah, he does get caught by that taunt from Kessie to save Levi. And that is a tank doing his job right there. But yeah, I can see like it's gonna be extremely difficult for them to come back versus this Clint and the amount of damage that he's dealing right now, because they still have a Sicilian to worry about,
mhm.
and they don't really have the dive to answer them in the backline. Only Nero, who is just a hard time surviving long enough in the fights in the first place.
Yeah, I don't think the Lancelot even has enough damage to burst either of the Sicilian or the Clint. So this will be a very tough defense for them. Well, unless they can pick someone else before the Lord marches in. And they were so close to doing that.
The Lancelot in the back line trying to get that kill. He still has the taunt rolls. He has used the puncture, but he's able to secure that kill
Oh,
onto
and he
Levi.
gets it.
But he will be bursted down by the damage coming from blue on that Sicilian. The bad impact just too much for him to handle. Oh, but that's an AOG to connect to no one. He is tanking those tower shots. Holy Crystal with the Zaman Force will be able to drop him here. The Lord has matched in, but Super Saiyan is still alive. He pops that Vengeance together with his skill 1 to try and deal enough damage. But Blue not letting up. That damage coming from the bad impact to secure that kill. The Zaman Force does pop again, but the come on. Super Saiyan lets that last Lord Swipe get in to the base, and that was GG's. I believe that they could have held out a bit longer, but yeah. GG's to both team. Is actually Super Saiyan coming in on that MVP
Mhm.
loss. 31% damage dealt, 26 taken. But over here, that cleans with a phenomenal performance on that 34%. And yeah, you could not only see it in the stats, you could see in the gameplay that cleans was heavy hitting. But yeah, moving on to the next game,
Mhm.
we will be expecting some form of adaptation to the side of Shinigami here. Right now, they didn't have enough dive and range to deal with the Sicilian as well as the Clint. But yeah, what are you thinking we're going to see, or what are your thoughts on the game that we just wrapped up? Absolution.
Honestly, I'm still stuck on the last fight because Big Face for some reason decides nah 2 deaths is not enough and flickers forwards, gets killed for absolutely no reason, and then they end the game. I have no clue why he did that, but yeah, just Face doing Face things, I guess.
Please do not speak about my goods in such manners. Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, sure.
Like he's trying to make it more difficult for his team. You know, it's for character development.
Mhm. They are too strong. They need Face to bring them down to our level, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. If he plays at even 30% of his full power, then yeah, you're gonna be needing that plot armor to actually win the game.
Mhm.
Yeah, but while we wait for the team to be complete, yeah, well, what do you think we're gonna be seeing going into this next draft? You made comments on that Alice being banned. Do you expect to see maybe a Sicilian ban this time?
Yeah, I expect a Sicilian and then maybe a Clint ban because Clint got buffed. Like, I don't think anyone is getting claimed in any of my games because he's so basic and so cracked. It's insane.
Yeah, he did get a very decent buff. Um, I don't know. I'm trying to invite you to the game, but I do not see what are those numbers you just sent me.
Wait, I'm trying to see if my game is still up because I'm not seeing any invites. Give me a second. I'll just restart the game.
All right, all right. But yeah, it is actually only you that's left in the lobby. But in the meantime, let's be looking at those lobby bans. Um, the side of Fluffy are banning out that Joy again. Definitely do not want to be facing that Joy in the hands of Levi. And it will be onto the side of Shinigami to drop their ban. And that will be a Nathan ban from the side of Shinigami. And yeah, we can see that Yu Zhong being banned out. As well as Grok. So I guess this is a repeat of that first ban phase in the lobby. The only exclusion being that Yu Zhong.
Okay, okay, I'll go there.
Okay.
And the devil appears.
Looks like we would be getting straight into the next game now. So for the lobby bans we saw a Yu Zhong, a Joy, a Clint. No, I don't think we saw a Clint, did we? A Yu Zhong, a Joy, a Nathan, and a Grok. So it's basically a repeat of the first lobby bans, other than that Wisey being swapped out for a hero that I cannot remember.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but looks like there is a bit of delay from the side of Shinigami here. But yeah, we would be waiting out. That while we wait, I would just pay some random hero animations.
My blood boils until the day I die.
Let's settle things down with a duel.
This is the Emperor's order. By a bird call, I was led to the underworld, and in fear should King Yama tremble. Even the strongest of currents fail to claim me.
There's always a chance for a comeback. That's why I love
And
football.
we are up.
Locked, loaded, and ready to bring the heat.
Okay, looks like we are getting into the game now. That would be a Kalia ban for the first one on the side of Fluffy, as they will be first pick. And yeah, we're moving on to the bans from Shinigami. So,
They call me a hero because
I'm not really sure what to expect in this game. I expect to see a Sicilian ban from Shinigami here, as they are now the second pick. The Yuzhong has already been banned out, as well as the Grok. So first pick, maybe Fluffy secure that Lancelot again, or maybe they go for the CC instead. Or what do you? Actually, they would be the ones to ban out that Lancelot. So maybe they will be going for either that Sicilian themselves or a CC ban. Yeah, but that Sicilian is banned out by Shinigami. But let's see. Do they go for the CC instead? Actually, go for the Gato Kacha. Yeah.
That's
Um.
what got to.
Yeah. Let's go for the Gato. Yeah. That's a pretty solid pick. Arom Gato just has a lot of different ways that he can zone, he can engage, he can disengage, yeah, and he can sustain a lot of damage. So yeah, the Gatkacha is always a solid early pick. But yeah, this Apex just going to secure that Clint again, and looks like Boye will be locking in that Alice quite early. So right now, we can are we gonna see a Lunox pick from Big Face, or is he gonna go for that low Yi as he has played against an Alice pick that in the past? But yeah, Nero yet to pick. The Hayabusa is still left open. Now it's actually going to be a YVE and that Hayabusa pick locked in by Nero. But Cassie, in terms of Rome, the Kalia has been banned out as well as the Grok, and the Minotaur is still open. So we might see a Minotaur
Yeah, they
pick.
might just go for the Nino.
Yeah, I think they might just go for the
Mm-hmm.
Minotaur. Uh, but yeah, like I keep trying to wrap my head around this. Other than a support, okay, yeah, I guess he just had the answer for me. Because I was gonna ask, like, what other tanks will you be picking into this current meta? Like, when the Grog, the Gato, and the Mino is out, as well as the Kalia, what other tanks do you see yourself drafting?
Most likely just Atlas, Tigro, and Hylos, maybe. Yeah, just those three. Yeah.
Yeah, I do see the Hylos
This land is
being
our
useful.
homeland, and it will soon be a burial
Oh, but
ground.
that's gonna be a Lapu ban.
I mean, I what plan?
Okay, go ahead.
Crowned by heaven's mandate, my legacy
I
shall
think a CC
endure.
ban would have made more sense because they have two tanks and two people that don't want to get locked. So the Lapu ban came as a surprise to me. Okay, are we going to see Levi on his favorite hero?
Yeah, I'm wondering why we stopped
I
seeing the
hope he
link.
picks it.
I mean, he's not
Hmm.
bad. Oh, but actually, I think this is
He
gonna
they
be,
decided to go for Angela instead.
yeah, this is gonna be an Angela mid lane pick. Yeah, that's
Mm.
food for Hayabusa, but um, combined with that Alice is just gonna be a lot to be handling. Yeah, but they do go for that X-Bog to deal with the Alice. I'm not really sure if
And
he is the best, but yeah, I guess he will be competent enough as well as the Granger pick actually. I'm not.
I honestly
Yeah, I'm not
think they
sure
should
about
have
this
just
Granger
banned
pick.
the squint.
Yeah, they probably
Yeah.
should have. Because Apex has just repeat used this Clint. We have seen it that whenever this Clint is available, he's just gonna pick that. Like it's not up for contention.
Will he?
Yeah, but we finally see that link being picked up, and I was kind of asking, why aren't we seeing this link, of a hero, ever so often? Because I don't think he's bad. It's just he's not as strong as
Uh,
he used to be. But if you can pick a Nolan, why can't you pick a link?
mhm. Yeah. I think his kills too slowly, and he's kind of a late game hero now. I don't play him, but like I'm going to guess that's why most people don't play him anymore. Maybe it takes just too long to get to his power spikes and stuff. And his jungle speed is slow too. His jungle speed is slow for someone that can literally fly.
Yeah, well, if you can fly the creeps as well as the map, then it's not gonna be very fun to face that.
Hmm.
But my biggest contention would be this Granger pick. I'm not sure why they went for a Granger here. It's
Yeah.
maybe a Brody, but it's up against an Alice, but still.
Honestly, I think
Well,
something like Bane would have been perfect because yeah,
yeah, because if they're diving in versus the band, oof, but
because
Levi
interestingly,
is going to be invaded here, and that will be a first blood
yeah.
going to Super Saiyan.
Oh,
Cassie, as well as Blue being able to hold down Puller here with the tread as well as the skill too, and that will be a Q onto Puller. But Levi coming straight from the base
whoa,
with violence, going after Super Saiyan here.
invade gone wrong.
Oh yeah, that is gonna be
Yeah,
dead.
that's
Oh,
basically how not to invade.
yeah, the
But
entire team just wiped there.
and the annoying part is that was his red. He will still get his blue buff. So that was all literally for nothing. Like I have no clue why they did that. I have
They,
no clue why they did that.
they went for an invade versus an Angela and a Hylos, and they ended up just being slowed into stagnancy. Like they couldn't move out of the jungle once they went in. Yeah, but now that we see it in action, that Hylos and Angela is actually a pretty good combo for not
Yeah.
allowing enemies escape because they have compounding slow effects. Oh, but that is the Origi Shadow Q. That is committed in the backline. Big Face not in his level 4, but he will unlock it and not in time before he drops to that Blood Ode from Boye together with the Hard Guard from Angela. Oh, but Holy Crystal joining in the fight. He's able to use the Death Sonata to do some damage. That will be the turtle going in the side of Fluffy as Levi camps, but no, he's not able to contest this.
Mhm.
Yeah, but right now we can see that
I think
Apex.
the Xbox
Uh,
was the point of difference there because immediately he joined the fight, everything just went in their favor. But
yeah,
well,
that last insanity coming in
Fluffy.
clutch, but Fluffy converging onto
Hmm.
Apex here in the back line. Ooh, but that would be the well, what's the name of Halos altogether? Something pathway.
Uh, Royal Pathway or Glorious Pathway, yeah.
Yes, the glorious pathway committed to disengage that fight. But yeah, um, I would say that Apex didn't rotate for that fight, so they had one less member to contest. But
Mhm.
yeah, that Xbox did have a lot of damage dealt here that just turned the fight around in his team's favor, as you said. But looks like we might be seeing a gank onto Holy Crystal here in the bot lane. But he's aware, he knows that something's amok, and he's just ooh. But that is going to be a stun onto Pula. But that double barrel from Apex dealing so much damage, as well as the Tempest of Blades being committed over to Holy Crystal, and Levi will secure that kill as the hard guard is used on Levi as well. But the AOG onto Apex and Cassie to secure those kills. But as we can see, like you were talking about flying across the map, and we can see that Levi is already in that top lane from that bottom lane fight to defend. So yeah, he's making maximum
Mhm.
use of that mobility, and it seems like the game is pretty even. There's only like a 400 gold difference, in addition to the 6 for 6 kill counts. But that glorious pathway is used, and it would be
Oh,
Kessie to secure that turtle from the jungler. 2 retributions used, but the tank takes the jungle, the turtle. But Nero will fall to that. See, so right now we can just see how much that hard guard is contributing to these fights because the enemies just can't escape. In addition to the mobility that Levi already has on that link, but oh, Holy Crystal is called off. He would have to burn the flicker and survive that gank. Yeah, but what do you think about how this game's unfolding? Absolution.
it's pretty much a fair battle, and it'll come down to a macro game because they basically just cancel each other out. Yeah, that's how I see it. That's literally just how I see it.
Yeah,
Because there's no
that
clear better draft. There's no clear late game draft. There's no clear mid game draft. They're just all about the same.
I would say though that in the late game that Boye would have scaled, oof, but that would be an engage onto Apex, the AOG coming in the backline, but he would Levi securing that kill onto Holy Crystal. He activates the Tempest of Blaze, but the Oigi Shadow Q together with the taunts from Pula to shut down Levi here.
Mhm.
And here Levi has been successfully nerfed. But yeah, just to the point that you made out before, I would say that that Alice in the late game would be a horror to deal with because there's just going to be so much sustain and so much stickiness and so much on CC that it's just gonna be a nightmare to deal with. Even though and that Clint, as we saw in the previous game, will also be hitting harder. But yeah, we can't discount this X bug here from Super Saiyan, and we can see Super Saiyan in here. I guess he's gonna have to pop the last insanity. He does pop it and uses the flicker to be able to survive the glorious pathway together with the Tempest of Blades and the hard guard. Upopula with so much damage here. The Death Sonata is coming in from Holy Crystal, and that is a double kill. Ooh, the Blood Ode into the back line, but Boye would not be connecting down to anyone. He has to flicker out, and that is a killing spree for Holy Crystal. Blue, the only one left alive, alone Angela, the puppeteer with no puppets to ride on. It's really not much that she can do. But this is now kind of in the favor of Fluffy in terms of map control, but the gold lead is still only around the 2k, and the kill count is 9 for 11. But yeah, what do you think about this game and how it's unfolding? Absolution.
Uh, yeah, it's pretty much unfolding how I think it is. They have an Angela, but Levi isn't really going directly for big face. I have no clue what he's doing, but he needs to get big face out of the fight first, and then okay, exactly.
Yeah, but right now you can see, as you just said it, Levi goes into the back line and secures that kill onto Big Face. That after we can see Boye, as I said, Boye is starting to like get to the point where he's so sticky, and he just initiate this fight, and everyone just has to run away. And the side of Shinigami can just clean up with the damage coming from Levi as well as Apex. But we have the Lord spawning in 15 seconds, as well as a lone Apex being caught off guard. He has already used his flicker, so that's going to be the Oigi Shadow Q committed, but the hard guard coming in from blue to help him survive the last insanity, but he is maneuvered by that skill too, and it is Super Saiyan to fall. Over in the bot lane, Levi with the Tempest of Blades. He gets caught by that reward manipulation, and Holy Crystal will survive that fight. But Nero also falls here. That flicker coming in from Boye to escape, and that avatar of the Guardian. Plus the Royal Pathway. So right now, we see a fight happening in two different parts of the map.
Bro, 3 different parts of the map for absolutely no reason. Like, what? Okay, Nero first goes for the claim. He fails. Okay, like, cut your losses. No, Saiyan goes in. And for some reason, Levi was at their red buff. He dies. Hayabusa was at the blue buff and died. So I have no clue how that happened, but fair game to all of them, I guess.
But as we're just saying, that would be the hard guard not able to save Boye, as he uses his blood orb to just blink right in the middle of the enemies. I wonder why he did that. But yeah, Levi is not with his purple buff, and it looks like he'll be trying to. Is he able to steal this? But no, Nero will secure this top lord, and Cassie using the glorious pathway, he will not be able to survive that damage coming in from Holy Crystal. Levi in the back line just misses Holy Crystal. Ooh, but that would be his skill to escape that AOG. The Blood Ode only lands onto Pooler here. Levi now has his purple buff, and Boye just being a turn in their side.
And Levi also has the Blade of Despair now, so yeah, he's going to hit harder than ever. Well, not when he's dead, I guess.
Oof. Yeah, I guess that's the caster's curse just coming in right now. You can't really hit when you're dead.
Okay. Okay, I have no clue why he did that, but yeah.
Sometimes you're just the fastest man alive. and you try to be, but you forget that you can have an Ebat turn. But yeah, that would be the blood or together with the blood out in the backline to land onto tree. Boye has to use that flicker to escape the hard guard coming in from blue, but that would not be enough. The glorious pathway committed here, and that is a shutdown. It's just Levi with no purple buff to just come and clean up that fight after all the skills have been committed.
Mhm. And I think Boye is a victim of Sky Pressure because this Granger should not be dealing that much damage to him. But it's just the Sky Piercer cleaning him up because Holy Crystal had like 70 stacks at some points.
Yeah,
That's wild.
right now after his death we can see him on 49 stacks. So yeah, he sitting on an 847. He was definitely close to the maximum, and we can look, if we look at Boye's gold right now, he's actually the lowest on his team, so he's not having the best of games, and he doesn't really have the items to sustain this damage coming in from the side of Fluffy. But yeah, um, right now, oh, look over there in the bottom lane. It is Levi to use the Tempest of Blaze to secure that kill onto Holy Crystal, as well as the flicker committed, but he will be able to escape this time. Yeah, he can hit hard, and this
That
time
was
he's not dead.
they wasted 3 flickers for that fight. They lost a member and still wasted flicker twice. I don't think they should and they should try and contest for this.
Oh, but Nero actually
And it's
commits
true.
that Iggy Shiloh kill, but the jumping on the walls, he's able to get that ultimate out. Oh, but that is the blood old plus the flicker to
Oh,
catch onto Super Saiyan as well as Big Phase. Pula uses the AOG to try and escape, and he does, but Holy Crystal with those Death Sonatas would not deal enough damage, as this Lord will be going to the side of Shinigami.
mhm. And the Holy Crystal is back to 34 stacks. Yeah, this is not looking good for Fluffy. This is not looking good for Fluffy at all.
And I am just noticing that they have two members with Sky Piercer here, because also
Sky
Super
Piercer.
Saiyan.
Yeah.
Yeah. But look at that damage from Apex. Is just, are you a tank or are you a minion? Why are you why are you being reduced to half HP by one skill of a marksman?
True damage to be like that.
Oof, look at Cassie popping the glorious pathway and falling into that death sonata of Holy Crystal. This is all Grandeur player frauds, because he's just over in the back line. His team has done 80% of the damage, and it's just pew. He gets the kill. Right now, Super Saiyan really is gonna be pivotal for the side of Fluffy here, because we can see that, yeah, we discussed how Dark Clint is just shredding that damage. So that Fiagra armor, as well as the immortality and his life, all of that, is just gonna be a lot of layers to peel off of him. So he would be the ideal front line that also hits back here, because that Gatsukacha is gonna be having a harder time sustaining all that damage coming in from the South Shinigami. And we've reached the 16-minute mark, and Boye might not be the oof, but over here Kami Levi actually is going hunting, and Nero in that perfect spot. No, yeah, he doesn't commit to that. Looks like there would not be a fight for Grand Theft Purple here. And if you take a look at the kill count, you can see Kami Levi actually on that 11-4-4. So he's, even though the game has been a lot more difficult, he is having a much better time on this link than he did on the Nolan link. And it just goes back to ask my question. Um, why no link? Why no link? Oof. But that would be a lot of damage pouring onto him. I mean, like, you can see the amount of mobility that he has around the map. But Blue over here to try and catch onto Holy Crystal, but the quad shadow will go onto Blue, and he would use the Winter Crown to escape that. He gets cancelled out by the stun, and that is a Wind of Nature used, but that will not be enough. He will still fall to that damage coming in from Levi, and it's going to be only Levi and Boye that are left alive here. Levi having to retreat, while 4 members on the side of Fluffy still remain alive. Right now, if you ask me what happened in that fight and how members of Shinigami fell, I cannot give you answers, Raiden.
Okay, it doesn't seem like Blue wants me to witness this game. But yeah, all good.
Oof. That is a shot down onto Levi before they can defend this Lord. The Winter Crown doesn't come in quickly enough, and the Lord is matching down to their last standing outer turret. So yeah, it's gonna be a hell of an invade here. They do not really have that much of wave clear because they are using an Angela mid. But that Blood Ode only landing onto Big Face, the reward manipulation going up. But Boye taking so much damage, he's gonna have to use the Blood Orb out of there. The inhibitor has fallen, but that damage coming in from Apex to secure a kill onto Nero. That taunts onto Apex as well. The hard guard is popped. Kessie is going to fall next. Boye trying his best to hold out Lord, as well as the team members of Fluffy at bay. He's gonna take so much damage, but he goes, oh, he still falls to that damage from Super Saiyan. The Blood Odd will not be enough to save him. Kami Levi has spawned now, and that's the Tempest of Blade committed. The hard guard going on to Apex, and they would be able to defend for now. There is another set of waves coming. Levi is holding that out. The reward manipulation getting popped in, and that is the minion in the tower, and Fluffy will take game 2, and we will be seeing the 3rd game in this series.
Bro, I only went out for like 2 minutes. What the heck happened? It seems like the whole game just switched around.
And that's what I was saying. In the bottom lane, there happened to be a fight right before the Lord that Shinigami just got absolutely wiped in, and Fluffy managed to capitalize on that and take the Lord, and Levi ended up dying before that defense happened. So like it just ended up being a reverse, and Fluffy took the game. And you can see Pooler here on that 1.9 KDA. 40% damage taken, absolutely baller tanking here right now, as that MVP well deserved. And Nero having the worst game of anyone in this particular game. 11% damage dealt, 11 taken, 4.7 rating, 36% teamfight participation. He was not having a good time. And actually that Clint coming in with a silver rating as well, even though he wasn't banned. But what are your thoughts on that absolution?
Yeah, I think he was more of a kiter. He wasn't really in most of the serious games, but his his presence was felt. His presence was
I
felt.
once sought the power of the gods.
But I expect to
Even
see a
magic
cleanse ban. I hope to see a
sacred
cleanse
to
ban
that
because
temple.
he's such a nasty hero. It's don't leave Clint open, man.
So between a Clint and a Grok, who are you placing on your
I would
best band?
but Clint, definitely Clint.
That's crazy. I do not agree with you.
It's definitely see until recently I didn't even know Grok was in the game. Like Grok is good, but it's a Clint. Okay. Let me explain this real quick to you. Clint is like that hero where even a shit player can make him good. You get like even if you are not like a decent player, if you pick a Clint, you just need to spam your skills and you'll be good. You'll be like freaking fine.
Um,
But
I wanted to
but I
argue
can
that the
say
same translates to grok, but then that's not true. That would be a lie.
give me a second. I need to get in the lobby.
Yeah, you're in the lobby right now. You need to go up.
Okay. Oh god.
Okay. Um,
So who's on Team Blue now? Who's on the first pick now?
it's up to the losers to decide. Because that's a new rule that we implemented here. And that will be Shinigami going for that first pick. They're probably going to try and go for that Sicilian, as they did in the first game. But it looks like Levi might be having some network issues.
Mhm.
I have just been. Okay, so like going straight into the lobby bans, we are seeing that Grok ban again. So Levi definitely doesn't share your sentiment. He says it's the hero, not the skill issue. Because he certainly doesn't consider his opponents to have that skill issue that you're expecting. um, but yeah, that is also a joy. So this will be the free games in the series, and Levi will not get the opportunity to be on that joy. And Gatokacha being brought out. I'm always happy when I see that respect going out to Gatokacha because that hero is just a lot. And I can say he's my favorite Roman to play.
Yeah. And for me, I have no clue why squads keep banning Yu Zhong. Like, bro, it's just a dragon. You can handle a dragon.
Yeah, well, you say that because the majority of the people are lizards to you, but for the people that are facing those dragons, it's more than just a dragon.
I mean, he's just a dragon. Maybe he can turn you to stone occasionally, but like we
Turn
can
you to
handle that.
stone.
We can handle that.
Yeah, like Medusa, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so yeah, a dragon, a Gatokacha, a joy, and a grok ban. So these are the final bans for this. I think this is the semi-final for the lower brackets. Yeah, this might be the semi-finals
Mhm.
before the finals. I
Ah,
guess
should
you.
be no. It should. This is the quarter final. Yeah, should be
Okay, yeah,
quarter
yeah. This is the
because there's
lower.
still
Yeah,
Dark
yeah.
Stars. Yeah.
There are two quarterfinals. Okay, so this is the quarter
Mhm.
final, and right now off the bat we're seeing that Nathan ban, the respect ban, going on to Holy Crystal here, as well as that Lancelot ban.
Mhm. Honestly, I think we need more Arlott players on our server because he's so good. Arlott is so good. Like if you have an Arlott, you don't even need to ban Yuzhong or anything. You'll be fine.
I'm not really sure I share that sentiment with the Alot and the Yuzhong. But yeah, definitely an Alot is, as an Alot player myself, I would say that he is one of the fun heroes to play, um, up there with
Yeah,
Benedetta. So, I
yeah.
mean, I,
No, no, I don't think Benedetta is fun. I do not think Benedetta is fun.
now, okay, look. The
Yeah,
time when I was still playing her, she was fun. I've not played her in a while, so I would not like to taint my memory. So let's keep that sacred, okay?
yeah. Yeah, sure, sure. But I think you should try playing Benedetta against a CC or something, bro.
Ah, no, that sounds like suicide. I should, yeah. Why would anyone do that, dude? I've played Benedetta against CC like twice, and those were the only times that I was like, yeah, I should not play Benedetta anymore, because, you know, it's kind of crazy that
It's
she actually outranges your dash. So while she's chasing
your
you,
dash.
you're dashing out and still in her range, and it's kind of ridiculous.
Inari.
Minotaur will finish off
If
your
you don't commit your
bloodthirsty
ult,
foe.
yeah, you're gone. You're literally gone.
Yeah,
Oh, interesting picks.
you're screwed, man. Yeah, but right now we're seeing that YSS pick coming in. I believe that's the first we're seeing in this. And Kessie on that Kalia, as well as Blue, might be locking in that Fasa. And this is kind of draft that is well deserving for a game tree, because we've seen a lot of the usual picks in the first two games, and now we're going in an entirely different new direction. So yeah, Olapu Lapu to answer to that FASA, as well as the YSS, and maybe even the Kalia if he can time his skills right to get them CC immunity. But it's gonna be an Irrital ban, and still no respect to that Clint on the side of Apex. But they would lock that Granger. That Granger that I was shitting on, I ended up being a very ended up performing very well in that previous game. So yeah, let's see if he would be able to keep that up for this next match. But ooh, looks like we will not be seeing a marksman gold lane. Instead, we'll be seeing an Esmeralda. I guess maybe the Esme will be going to the XP lane, because that's a counter for Super Saiyan here, that Lapu Lapu. But
No,
nah,
I think Esme is going gold. It
yeah, I
makes
guess,
more sense for Esme to go.
yeah,
And Apex is the good laner, so yeah.
yeah. It looks like it's gonna be the Esme in the gold lane, and that's Baxia to counteract that sustain. Okay, yeah. So they have that anti-heal, and yeah, right now it's actually looking like a pretty good draft on both sides. A decent amount of damage, a decent amount of front line and sustain, and yeah, they have a marksman in the hero Yushan Shin. I'm very sure I'm butchering that name. I'm very sorry, guys. But the YSS is a marksman, so yeah, I wouldn't say that they get outpaced in the late game. The problem would be kind of range, but they still have a faster. So yeah, both drafts are actually well rounded. But what are your thoughts, Absolution?
I'm curious. Curious. Did this Minotaur use Revitalize in the previous game too?
Mm, I don't believe so. Did he? That would be yeah.
I,
Yeah,
what?
that's
Okay, this is
that's
interesting.
crazy. Yeah, it's an interesting. Yeah,
Revitalize
it's an interesting spell
Minotaur.
choice.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there are just a lot of plays you
Mhm.
can make with that
Yeah, with
flicker.
Revitalize.
No, 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 no. Okay, I mean, you're a healer. He's a support, so like he's supporting sometimes emotionally while he's in the crystal. But yeah, in the fountain, I mean. But yeah, supporting.
And it's they really don't have anyone to lock them up for the Minotaur. That Minotaur needed Flicker. I have no clue why he went Rev.
Is this why he
Because
wasn't able to
maybe it.
engage in like the previous?
I think I think that's why.
Okay. But
Oh,
right off the bat, that is a gank onto Boye, which is kind of crazy. That's a
that's
four-man
interesting.
gank.
You don't see Blue getting bullied early this much
Yeah,
often.
I mean, you have four people on smacking damage
I
onto him
mean,
on level two. So like, yeah, he doesn't really have much
fair
choices.
enough.
Yeah, but right now you can see that their intent here is just to give their XP laner a bit of an advantage here in the early game. But Blue will catch on to Nero. He has to use that flicker. Ooh, but that is the
Ooh,
tidal strike together with the
wait,
flicker to be able to get that kill onto Nero. I did not even know that that was
I
a skill
I
combo you could
I
execute.
didn't know there was an interaction.
I
I swear
didn't
to
know.
God.
I had
That's
no clue.
I honestly don't think that was intentional because that's insane. That is genuinely insane.
Is that a bug? Is that like isn't like the tidal strike I lift you up in a specific area and slam you down in that specific area, or like, yeah, what
And
what happened there?
I have no clue. It must be like those that kind of tight ass combos, maybe something like that. And
Okay.
interestingly, the Baksha got killed, but he revived, came back, and still got the crystal.
Yeah, he actually did get that turtle because that YSS um it doesn't have the best early game. Mm.
Mhm. And then
Okay.
there's flying clouds too. So
Yeah, the flying counter. Yeah, that's right now we are seeing Boye actually now just being able to, clear his waves comfortably, even though he's behind in levels. But over here, was Nero able to steal that creep? Nope. It looks like it is Levi with the XP advantage. But that tidal strike together with the minimum fury, that real world manipulation popped up by FaZe, but Pula will secure that kill onto Blue. Levi having to escape that fight here, but Nero coming in the background, in the back line. Oof, just a sliver of HP on Levi here.
so close.
Ooh, but that split together
Yeah,
with
this
the
is how we
stick,
get.
yeah, to Pula will be the one to fall. Okay, looks like we're back. And in the ball lane, that feathered X strike, but the grab to bring Pula back into range of Blue. And it will still be Nero to secure this turtle. The real world manipulation going in. Apex, oh, trying his best to survive, and he manages to. Okay, so now we can just see how much utility, if you would call it that, is coming in from Boye here with those grabs. It's like, oof, you want to disengage? No, you can't. Take you back in that fight. But in the meanwhile, Holy Crystal in the top lane taking that tower down.
Oh, I'm just looking at the gold difference, and Holy Crystal is like 800 gold ahead of Apex, despite having zero team fight participation.
Yeah, he was able to actually just stay in that lane and farm, as well as take that tower down while the fights were going on. But yeah, we can see Nero coming in here with that spin. Yeah. Okay, so
Red team turret has been
ooh,
destroyed.
that is the tsunami slang committed onto Pula. The feathered airstrike will be out of range. And Apex in the back line.
I don't think going on the Minotaur was a smart choice,
Blue
but
team hero
yeah.
has been slain.
Okay, looks like they would be securing this.
Mhm,
Blue team turret has been destroyed.
Yeah, they will be able to secure this tier 1 mid lane tower. I have to apologize for the network issues that
Red team has
I am
slain the
currently
dragon.
experiencing here, but I believe that that should be resolved.
mhm, mhm.
Okay,
Welcome back.
but Raiden, what do you think about the match so far and how it's unfolding?
The match is basically going on like they are basically on equal footings despite the wait, they are not. I'm just looking at the goal difference now. Shinigami are 4K behind, but they are still playing like they are not behind at all. There doesn't seem to be any visible difference to me.
Blue team hero has been slain.
Because
Double kill.
okay, now there's a difference. Now that Granger has his Skyburst stacks, there's a huge difference now. And the goal difference is still 4K, but still Skyburst is something.
Blue team turret has been destroyed.
Hmm.
Blue team hero has been slain.
Okay, we are back, and that is a killing spree going for Holy Crystal here. Right before that Lord is up, Levi will be falling. Okay, so this is not looking good for the side of Shinigami. Their jungler isn't up, and they're gonna be taking. They're gonna be losing that Lord, and they are currently sitting at a 6K gold deficit.
Red team has slain the Lord.
Pula actually on that 1 to 5 KDA even with his revitalize, and I've just noticed someone say that the KDA brings the Mino to his team, and the Mino uses his ultimates on 4 people. So ooh, but that is gonna be the grab plus that tidal strike and the feathered air strike committed. Pula, just as we were giving him some praise, ended up being caught out, but that mountain shocker coming in. Holy Crystal will be shut down. The real manipulation would not be enough to save his team. Big Face falling next. That is going to be a flicker plus the world's bravest fighter from Super Saiyan. And that looks like Shinigami only lose one member. Oh, but it's not over yet. Nero caught by that tidal strike. The stick onto Nero here from Boye is not letting him to retreat. Apex in that backline just doing, just keeping Super Saiyan in check. And yeah, it looks like they would be able to defend this Lord easily without even popping those holy shields. So right now, what do you think went wrong in that fight for the side of Fluffy, Raiden?
Wait, don't ask me because I literally just came back. Glow decided to, yeah.
Yeah, well, we just saw like a classic overextension. Their tank died, and the damage dealers felt like they could also survive without the tank, and everyone just ended up
Mm.
dying individually. But
And
yeah,
speaking of the tank,
yeah, go
speaking
ahead.
of the tank, he's actually doing quite well considering he's using revitalize. I don't know if I'll say he's doing well or if Shinigami are just messing up because he just walks up to you and he taps his ult, and for some reason he gets two people even without any flicker. Like it's pretty insane.
Oof! But if you look at that top lane, Big Face will be falling to Super Saiyan with that world's bravest fighter, and Holy Crystal spamming that recall after securing two other kills. Okay, so right now we can just see how fearless that Lapu is being. Oh, that's going to be a
He's
world's
fine.
bravest fighter onto Apex as well. The reward manipulation committed, and he would fall. Right now, they don't want to be taking these fights. They don't have the members, but that is going to be the minimum rage committed. Cassie with the title strike to bring Nero into the tower. The featherless track will go up, but it's going to be Nero falling only. Look at so much damage from that Granger and YVE right now.
Mhm. I
It's
mean, Nero fell right before Lord, but it doesn't really matter because there's literally nothing Shinigami can do about it.
yeah, right now they can't really contest because they don't have the gold. They're currently sitting at the 7k gold deficit, and the CC isn't allowing Apex, but Apex actually does land that ult onto two. The Mountain Shocker being followed next. The title strike onto Big Face, but they would be able to survive because that grab goes onto Pula, and that would be a mega kill for Holy Crystal here. So right now they had the engage, but they weren't able to follow up.
Hmm.
And
Like
Pula,
I was saying, the pool Pula just taps his ult and gets 3, 4 people. That should not be happening, Shinigami. I have no clue how he's doing that, but yeah, that's really commendable because the revitalize is actually working for them. It's working so well for them.
yeah, right now that grab going on to Pula, and he just taps that revitalize, and it's all of a sudden there's nothing that the side of Shinigami can do anymore because his HP just fills back up. But looks like, ooh,
Mhm.
yeah, Camille Vibe will be able to get out of there. I guess that they do have to wait for the scaling of this YSS.
And the Farsa.
The Farsa isn't scaling, man.
That's
She's being scaled on. Super Saiyan is way too much on his case right now. But yeah, they would be able to clear this lot. Apex actually being a distraction there, but that grab to bring, ooh, grab to bring that minimum fury onto
oh,
tree.
okay.
Ooh, but Boye will fall to that damage coming in from Holy Crystal. The Tsunami Slam isn't available to be able to save Cassie here. And that would be game 3 going to Fluffy. They were pretty hardcore, unlike their name in this match, and reverse sweep Shinigami to make it to the semi-finals of the Nostalgia Cup.
That is wild. That is actually pretty wild. Okay, I said I'll be creating a D2 if they win, but I don't think I want to do that anymore. But bro, what are these guys playing? What are this is disappointing.
Yeah,
But yeah, kudos to Fluffy. They played this very well, and I might actually be considering the revitalized Minotaur now.
I mean, if you can't defend if you're dead, and if you have the heal, you can
Yeah, yeah,
somehow
yeah.
survive.
Hmm.
But yeah, we can see
Wait, Phase.
Cassie.
Wait. Actually, Phase with the MVP. Levi said he would pay, but it looks like Phase did the beating here. That's wild.
Oh yeah, actually face my goat coming in with that MVP. Like I told you, if he used 30% of his full power, he would be able to, bring his team to victory. And all those previous matches where he ended up like not being positioned very well. Those were all performative. This is the real phase. But yeah, if we're looking at that build right now, Kessie actually not completing his boots. I don't know if that was intentional, but yeah, he doesn't have a complete boots right now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, other than that, it was just generally a tough game for the South Shinigami. I guess it falls with the range. That faster not being
Mm-hmm.
enough to compete with the range, because in close quarter comebacks they have a back Sierra Minotaur as well as a Lapo, and that's Granger and YV just landing that damage from the backline. So they didn't really have an answer to them, and the times when they did get to them, they couldn't sustain enough to actually kill them and deal enough to actually kill them. So yeah, kudos to both teams. We would be seeing Fluffy moving on to the next round, and yeah, big face with that MVP. But with that said, make sure you do like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and then yeah, actually, Big Face is in the comments. Yeah, make sure you like and subscribe. I am watching you from your bedroom window. If you haven't already, you do that. And with that, Raiden, please send us out.
Bye.
Yeah, yeah. Tomorrow we will be. I think it's gonna be your match that we're gonna be having commentary on. Maybe or not. Yeah, I'm not sure. Don't call me on this.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Wish me luck. Thank you very much.
Nah, I would be definitely roasting you from over here and from the comfort of my desk. But other than
Yeah, yeah,
that,
that sounds like support to me, but yeah, okay.
yeah, we'll catch you guys